everyone, and welcome to MX Gaming. I am, of course, Phoenix, and today's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually recording from my iPhone 6. I just passed 600 subscribers, so again, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And I wanted to share with you something a little bit different, a little more personal. And so what I have is... today's June 21st. I have to remember that. And Jupiter and Venus are pretty close together, and they're really close to the moon. And I have something pretty cool that I'd like to share with you guys. So this is my telescope. It is a Made Instruments. Very cool looking telescope. So when I was much younger, I did have a telescope. It was a Bushnell telescope, and I can tell you this, I can see 10 times better with this thing than I could with my old one. So just going over it here quickly, you have a viewfinder here. So the light does have a little laser light in there, but I think it is either the battery is dead or the wires aren't connected properly. I was having issues with them. So here's the viewfinder where you actually look through and see the stars. It's a little compass. This is how I calibrate it by using the compass. Put that away. Oops. Alright, so there's the viewfinder. You can probably see the shade over here. So here's the knobs to focus the telescope. So there's the lens there. So this thing's pretty neat because it comes with a little control. I can just pull it up here. So turn it on by flipping the switch. So then we can calibrate it if we need to, and it can also move. You'll probably hear this quite a bit while I'm trying to focus on a star so that you guys can actually see. So there's that. It's got this nice lovely tripod with a thing here, and we got two lenses here. So I'll put this one in there for a moment. So this is the 25mm one, as you can see. Very big view. Let's see, it's upside down, which is pretty cool. And then, so I use this one to search for the star that I'm looking for. So in this case, I'm going to be looking for Jupiter and Venus, and maybe Saturn or one of the other planets if I'm able to find them. So I use this one to find where that star is. Once I center on it, then I will switch to the 9mm. You can see much smaller, but it's much more. You can see probably maybe not a little clearly, but you should be able to see actually closer to what there is. So there's that. Put those away. So yeah, so this is what I like to do when if I'm not gaming or anything like that. I like to look at the stars, permitted on the weather, obviously. Last year I didn't get to use this very much because the weather here wasn't great. It was really, it was either really hot and you didn't want to go outside, or it was really overcast. So wasn't much stargazing to be had last year, which was a darn shame because I really enjoyed looking at this. So that is that. I'm going to take this out later on tonight, and we will see what we can see. We should be able to see Jupiter, no problem. Venus I'm not entirely sure about, and we'll see what other planets we can find. And maybe we'll look at the moon as well. It's not a full moon, but that's okay. We don't need to look at the full moon. Alright, so here's the moon. Try and get it to focus. It's really, really tricky to get this done. But there's the moon. I believe it's in the first quarter or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know moon phases. Again, because it's moving around and it's difficult to get a good clear view, it's not going to focus completely, and I'm talking as well. So, there you go. There's the moon. It's pretty cool when I can get a full moon going here. So I'll probably do that when it comes to a full moon. So yeah, well, we got some focusing there. So you can see the pits of the where some craters, or yeah, the craters where asteroids or comets have hit it. So, or debris. Now, still haven't found the Mars land or the moon landing. So, oops. But that would be a cool sight to see. No, I just lost it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Try and find it, guys. Oh, I had it. Oh, there we go. It's very, very tricky to angle this. So maybe I'll show it with a wider view. That would most definitely be better. So here's the wider view. This is the 25mm lens. The closer one's the 9mm lens. So there's the moon there. Like I said, this is really, really tricky just to get, let alone focus. So there we go. So there's the moon there. Now, like I said, as I've been saying all the time, you know, the camera will not do any of these any justice. So if you have a telescope and you're able to see this, it is quite a sight. Next we're going to look at Venus, which is the brightest star in the sky, because it is the closest planet to us. And then I will be looking at Jupiter because it is just as close. Well, it's close to Venus in the night sky anyways. So, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. So, trying to keep this steady. Unfortunately, can't. But that, I believe, is Venus. It's the brightest star in the sky. And so that's that. Unfortunately, this does not do it any justice whatsoever. But that, I believe, is Venus. Now, let me see if I can spot Jupiter. Okay, so this is Jupiter. If you can see very faintly, there are a couple of dots. Those are Jupiter's moons. It's pretty cool. Now this is the zoomed out lens, so I can get a wider angle. I'm going to switch to the closer angle.
What are you looking at?
Alright, so there's a closer shot. Now you can see the 3 moons that are lined up pretty much with Jupiter, which is pretty cool. Now this doesn't do any justice, but you can actually see some of the red clouds. Not the big eye, but the red clouds that go across Jupiter, which is pretty cool. I believe next week is going to be Saturn, so I think I'm going to showcase that because you can actually see the rings. Again, with this camera, because I'm using my iPhone, it doesn't do it any justice, which is kind of a shame. But there you go, there's Jupiter and some of its moons. Okay, so I have found Saturn. Now this is a 25mm lens, so I'm just trying to get a good picture. You can see it kind of in the corner there. Now, because this is a 25mm lens, it's not going to be a close-up picture, but as you can see, there's some faint dots around it. Those are its satellites or its moons. So I'm going to switch to the 9mm and we'll get a closer look of it. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to try and see if I can get it here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I just had it. It's hard to get it with these. It's out of view now. Shoot. Problem is, it goes so quickly. If I can't find it quickly. Oh, there it is. If I can get it to focus, I'm going to be able to see the rings. See one of the satellites. This is the problem with it moves across the sky at a rapid pace. There we go. Oh. There we go. Try and keep this steady so I can focus, but you can see the ring. It's a really beautiful sight. I really wish they would, if there was a better way of doing this. But yeah, so that's Saturn. That was Saturn. If I can keep a good eye on it, Jesus. That's Saturn. Not very good. Let's see here. Ah, it's not even where it should be. Okay. I have to adjust it because it goes across the sky quite quickly. So there it is. There we go. Trying to let it focus. It's hard when everything's shaking. Ooh. So there it is. There's Saturn. You can see one of its moons. The other moon is on the other side. Ooh. And there's one down below it. Really far below. But yeah, that is Saturn. Ooh. Had a good shot there. You can see it's moving across very, very quickly as our Earth rotates and it's spinning around the sun. So yeah, I'm just losing focus of it now. But yeah, that's stupid mosquitoes. Part of Canada no one likes. So, but yeah, so there's Saturn. I'm gonna see if I can find more, which would be really cool. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. If you want to see more of that, I would, I want to see you guys click that like button. Just so that I know that's something that you guys actually enjoy seeing. So we saw Jupiter, not much of Venus, because I think it's too close to the sun, or it's just so illuminated at this point that you can't see. I think the greenhouse emissions have something to do with it as well. And we saw Saturn with its rings, and actually in a spectacular view. I got to see a spectacular view where you can actually see the whole rings. Maybe there might be a small piece missing, but anyways, I suggest if you want to see more of this, please click on that like button, because this is something that I can do, weather permitting, obviously. I might be able to see more planets, and I like to see Mars, Mercury, if I can. Kind of barren, but anyways, and see if we can see other planets. Now I probably won't be able to see Neptune or Uranus, but we'll give it a shot. Anyways, that is it for me. Thank you for bearing with me on my iPhone. Trying something a little different here. Anyways, thanks for watching. Live long and prosper, and as always, see you out there.